I was just watching a video on the more people buy guns, they're seeing a trend going toward more people are hunting. And if you think about it, I was like, well, that's not good for vegan. And if you realize that the more all these animals they keep culling these animals because they claim there's not too many of them. It's just there's not enough space because of the sprawling uh, demographics of people, moving in, churning up, grazing and animal habitat all over the planet. They're sprawling out into the animal habitat, gonna knock it out, so there's not going to be any area for animals to roam, and they're going to cull them back because of the inability of them to find food. And then if you say, well, we can feed them hay and stuff, you're running out of farmland, because right here in Iowa, there's people, they're sprawling out into farmland around Des Moines is being bought up. I mean, it's surrounded by farmland. That's the edge of Des Moines is farmland all the way around. And they keep buying up more to sprawl. So the urban sprawl is causing, farmland to be disappear, which needs soybean and corn and hays and oats and stuff like that feed all these animals. And you're going to run out of that with urban sprawl, overpopulation. They think, well, we can, what I'm trying to say is eating meat is an unsustainable, with population growth, it's going to be an unsustainable food source. And you're going to have to, everybody thinks, well, how, you need farmland to grow vegan stuff. No, you can grow vegan stuff. The acceleration of greenhouses for lettuce and stuff like that is going. That's where the food is going to. You're gonna have to build large greenhouses, and probably robotic, because to maintain them and to catch because you're not going to be able to use insecticide, because if you get something that runs out of control in a greenhouse, which is easily replaceable, it's not like farmland, you got to wait for the next season to be able to grow. If something hits a greenhouse and wipes out everything, whatever, if you got to use whatever kind of insecticide, fungicide, more fungicide, I think, than insecticide. They're not going to need a herbicide, and it's probably going to be more fungicide. I think that's the biggest thing in growing stuff indoors is fungicide, to keep that down. And I don't know if nutritional additives going into the growing indoors, but anyway, that's where all the food's going to be coming from, is greenhouses. And you're going to have to. There's a Nebraska retired. I don't even know if he's alive anymore. He's a retired mailman that's growing oranges. He said he'd grow better oranges in Nebraska in a greenhouse. And anyway, just look up Nebraska, retired Nebraska mailman with a greenhouse, and you might be able to find it. I might put it in my description. But anyway, I just seen that video, and I was like, that's not, realizing all the area that it takes for animals to graze, or even all the grains and hay it takes to sustain the population of animals being fed in feedlots and stuff like that. And with urban sprawl, that meat eating is a disappearing. It's a unsustainable food source because of everything it takes to maintain it. and all the area. I mean, with the growing population, and you're going to have to grow the amount of animals raised, so it's going to take more of everything to sustain meat eating. More ground, more farm ground, which the more farm ground you have, the more you move into new farm ground, you're going to find new problems with the soil. I mean, the soil in the U.S., I think, has been destroyed, completely devastated by herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides. It's a dead soil. You can look up anything, and they're all saying that's why they went all to this no-till planting. But now, you know, they got to till every once in a while because the weeds get so rambunctious that they'll just grow back. And because I see a lot of people till this year, so it must be like a rotating till where they go for a couple years, they don't have to till, but then they have to till to loosen up the ground or knock down the weeds and stuff. But yeah, I was just thinking meat eating is an unsustainable food source down the road with population growth and how much it's going to take, farmland it'll take, and more animals will take, and that'll cut the wildlife back, which they're already being cut back in their area of Rome because of urban sprawl and all the other stuff in farmland that's being pushed into areas that was wildlife, and their wildlife is going to dissipate. So the hunting's going to dissipate, and you meat eaters, your food source is going to dissipate.